So, welcome to the worst view of my restaurant. Right now, we're fixing to change all that.
Richard Rawlings is at it again. The Fast and Loud star and Gas Monkey Garage frontman has a new bar opening in North Texas, and he swears this time will be different. But if history is any guide, Rawlings' bar ventures have a habit of flaming out in dramatic fashion. From the implosion of his original Dallas Gas Monkey Bar and Grill to the Sturgis Biker Bar fiasco, the Gas Monkey name has taken more hits than a demolition derby car. Fans are already bracing themselves, and frankly, so are we. Buckle up as we dive into Rawlings' past bar disasters and why this brand new Gas Monkey Ice House is raising red flags of being another spectacular bust. Welcome back to Tuna No Crust, the largest car TV show news on YouTube. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's roll.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
The story starts in Dallas, where Rawlings opened the first Gas Monkey Bar and Grill back in 2013. At first, it rode high on Rawlings' notoriety and a trendy mix of cars, concerts, and Texan swagger. It even expanded with a separate live music venue, Gas Monkey Live, next door. For a while, the place was revving on all cylinders as one of Dallas's hottest concert spots. But behind the scenes, the engine was already sputtering. By 2018, a nasty legal battle erupted between Rawlings and his own business partners running the bar. The Gas Monkey empire was starting to crack. Rawlings was slapped with a $6 million lawsuit alleging he defamed the operators and tried to back out of his licensing deal. Rawlings fired back with his own countersuit, claiming he'd already yanked the rights to the Gas Monkey name and that the bar was illegally still using it. The drama dragged on, staining both Rawlings' reputation and the bar's goodwill. It all came to a head a few years later. By 2020, Gas Monkey Live shut down for good, officially chalked up to COVID-19 and landlord issues, but clearly the writing was on the wall. In 2021, the original Gas Monkey Bar and Grill itself collapsed in all but name. Rawlings was out, and the venue hastily rebranded under new management as Amplified Live, explicitly cutting ties with the Gas Monkey brand. The once promising hotspot was now just another failed project. Rawlings' first big bar had gone from boom to bust, leaving behind lawsuits, hard feelings, and a tarnished brand. That was strike one. Unfortunately for Richard, strike two wasn't far behind. Most people might lick their wounds after a multi-million-dollar business flop, but Rawlings isn't most people. In 2024, while the Dallas bar mess was still fresh, he doubled down on his bar dreams in the unlikeliest of places. Sturgis, South Dakota, home of the legendary motorcycle rally.
All right, Sturgis Bar, purchase number 1 complete. Let's get some Americana going up in this mother.
Rawlings swooped into Sturgis, boasting he'd create a year-round biker hangout to conquer the rally scene. We're going to be open year-round, bringing the Gas Monkey experience to one of my favorite places, he declared confidently. He and a partner snapped up a property just months before the 84th Sturgis rally, rushing through demolition and renovations with near-impossible deadlines to open by rally kickoff. Rawlings hyped that Gas Monkey Sturgis would be an institution for Sturgis for a long time, and that he'd stick around through the rally's 100th anniversary. Big promises were made under those Black Hills skies. Reality, however, hit harder than a biker bar brawl.
So here we are. It's day one, Friday, August 2nd. We've been open for about 3 or 4 days. We're getting packed up.
The grand opening did not go as planned. In fact, it was a minor disaster. Construction went down to the wire. They literally were still scrambling days before opening. And to no one's surprise, the team couldn't roll out a full menu in time. They had to launch with a limited rally menu just to maintain any quality during the Sturgis crowd onslaught. Early visitors reported long waits and chaos as an understaffed crew tried to serve thousands of hungry bikers. It was a classic case of overpromising and under-delivering. Rawlings' vow to bring good food to Sturgis quickly met the reality of, is that all we get? When patrons saw the slim menu. The Gas Monkey Sturgis bar opened with a roar, sure, but it sputtered trying to keep up with the rally's fury. And once the rally packed up, the troubles didn't end. Sturgis is a small town, and outside of rally season, the grand year-round vision seems to have lost traction. By winter, Gas Monkey Sturgis was reducing hours and struggling to draw locals. vehicles, confirming what skeptics feared all along. Rawlings had poured time and money into another flashy venture far from home, and once again, the returns looked dubious. Strike 2 for Gas Monkey bars felt all too familiar. Enormous hype, initial crowds, then a steady slide into disappointment. Now Rawlings is gearing up for Strike 3, and he's swinging for the fences in Texas again. The new project is the Gas Monkey Ice House.
I got this place bought, and we got the keys, and we're going through construction like crazy. We're trying to be open in 6 or 7 weeks.
Slated to be a bold revival of the brand back in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, set in the huge Grandscape development in the Colony, Texas, this ice house is Rawlings' attempt to recapture the glory and erase the pain of his past failures. On paper, it's an impressive setup, a nearly 13,000 square foot venue with a 3,200 square foot outdoor courtyard, 2 big bars, and even an Alamo-inspired facade to hammer home the Texas pride. The place can pack in 340 guests, 220 inside, 120 outside, and features custom furniture built by the Gas Monkey Garage crew from reclaimed industrial materials. In true Gas Monkey fashion, it's over the top and dripping with Rawlings' signature vibe. Neon signs, engine parts as decor, and high-octane branding everywhere. Richard is certainly talking a good game about this ice house. It feels like the right time to jump in, knock down the doors, and bring back a flagship Gas Monkey spot to our hometown, Rawlings said, brimming with confidence. He's teaming up with a serious hospitality group to lend some real restaurant expertise. That's a notable change in strategy. Last time in Dallas, Rawlings had a falling out with his managing partner. This time he's partnering from the start with industry pros to avoid another amateur hour outcome. The Grandscape location itself is no random strip mall. It's a booming entertainment district with concert venues, big restaurants, and foot traffic from all over DFW. Rawlings calls Grandscape the perfect location. It's alive and thriving with unique concepts. Clearly, he's banking on the surrounding development to supply a steady flow of customers. On the surface, it sounds promising. New partnership, new location, new name. Rawlings even ditched the old bar and grill label for Ice House, tapping into a classic Texas concept of a casual beer joint with food. Perhaps to distance this venture from the poisoned legacy of the Dallas bar. He's reviving the Gas Monkey brand, but also trying to refresh its image. The plan includes live entertainment, car shows, and even filming content on site for YouTube to leverage his fan base as free promotion. And importantly, this time Rawlings appears to be pacing the rollout more carefully, instead of launching everything at once and burning out the staff. The Ice House opened just for dinner service initially, with lunch added a week later and brunch on weekends after that. It's a phased game plan, perhaps learned from the Sturgis Scramble, meant to work out kinks before going full throttle. So with all these adjustments, Richard Rawlings might finally have the recipe for success, right? Well, not so fast, Monkey fans. For all the shiny new elements Rawlings is touting, skepticism hangs in the air like tire smoke. Fans and observers have heard this tune before, and the refrain isn't convincing yet. Here's why many are already worried the Gas Monkey Ice House could be another bust. Grandscape is a hotspot now, but it's also outside Dallas proper. Some die-hard fans who used to swing by the original Gas Monkey bar and grill in Dallas might not trek up to the Colony regularly. Plus, Grandscape's success means stiff competition. There are numerous bars, restaurants, and even a massive live music venue nearby. Rawlings is dropping his new bar into an area where everyone is fighting for the same crowds and dollars. If the novelty of Gas Monkey's return doesn't sustain, the Ice House could get lost in the noise. There's also the question of cost. A 13,000 square foot venue in a premium development isn't cheap to rent or run. High overhead could burn through Rawlings' cash fast if customer numbers don't meet expectations. Rawlings is clearly injecting a lot of money and ego into this project. You can tell by the elaborate themed decor and custom touches. He even had his garage crew hand build furniture and fixtures to give it that authentic gearhead feel. It's cool, but remember, Rawlings sank loads of cash into the Dallas and Sturgis bars too, only to see those investments go up in flames. The Gas Monkey name itself, while famous, now comes with baggage. The Dallas venture ended so acrimoniously that the brand was dragged through court and local headlines. Attaching Gas Monkey above the door again might attract fans at first, but it also reminds folks of the past drama. Rawlings is betting that the revived brand will excite people more than it worries them. That's a risky bet with mixed odds. One lesson Rawlings claims to have learned is to keep the menu simple. The Ice House menu is full of crowd pleasers: wings, burgers, pizzas, and beer. Nothing too fancy. In fact, it reads like a greatest hits of bar food, with cheeky Gas Monkey names slapped on. For example, Flying Monkey wings with sauces like Richard's Way hot sauce, Garage beer battered tenders, and a double-stacked smashed burger loaded with jalapenos. It's all comfort food designed to be craved in a loud, boozy atmosphere. Smart move, right? Sure, if they execute well. But fans are quick to note that good food requires consistency and quality control, something that can slip when a place leans too hard on gimmick. The original bar had decent grub, but nothing that stood out in Dallas's competitive food scene, and Sturgis's limited menu was, frankly, underwhelming. Rawlings is talking up how great food, cold drinks, and unforgettable good times will define the Ice House, but we've heard that sales pitch before. It remains to be seen if this simplified menu really delivers quality or is just easier to pump out mediocre bar fare. Rawlings did bring in the Reach Hospitality Group to ensure top-tier service and culinary execution, which sounds reassuring. They likely helped hire a seasoned general manager and chef. In Sturgis, he touted hiring a capable GM as well, but even the best staff can struggle if upper management push unrealistic goals or constant promotional stunts. The service industry in 2025 is tough. Staffing shortages, training hurdles, and high turnover are real issues. Will Rawlings be patient if things start slow, or will he pressure the team into the same burnout mode that may have plagued his past bars? Fans remember the horror stories of mismanagement during Gas Monkey Bar and Grill's decline, when internal clashes led to a worse customer experience. The Ice House is hiring with big promises of joining the family and making history, but delivering on that positive culture long term is the real test. Ultimately, Rawlings has a mountain of skepticism to overcome. As one commenter quipped, "This is Gas Monkey Bar and Grill 3.0. What's going to be different this time? The truth is, many fans don't see much difference beyond surface level changes. It's still a huge, loud concept driven by Rawlings' personality and branding, with lots of money sunk into decor and marketing. That formula didn't prevent the last busts. The added twist of a new partner and location could save it, or it could just complicate who gets blamed if things go wrong. If history is any indication, Richard Rawlings' third swing at the bar business has all the ingredients of another bust. Big talk, big spending, and big expectations riding on a name that's been burned before. To succeed, Rawlings will need to prove he truly learned from the past. A complete 180 in management style, consistency, and humility, frankly. Maybe the third time's the charm, and this Ice House will break the curse. But right now, it's hard not to be cynical when the Gas Monkey track record is littered with wreckage. What do you think? Is the Gas Monkey Ice House going to defy the odds and become a hit, or are we watching a rerun of a reality show train wreck? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Gas Monkey's wild ride, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Tuna No Crust for more hard-hitting automotive world updates. We'll keep bringing the real story behind the hype. Until next time, keep it loud and keep it real. Tuna No Crust, signing off.